From the heart of your nation's capital to the shores of the Empire State, this is the Patriot Report. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to my global audience. Walter Cotton back at you with another installment of the Patriot Report. And oh my gosh, it's happened. The fiscal year has turned. We are ready for the new fiscal year. And I want to do something a little bit different this fiscal year. Last fiscal year, I asked you to do an investigation. I asked you to examine the areas that you're focusing your resources and attention as it relates to your financial security, as it relates to your retirement, as it relates to wealth generation. And I wanted you to compare that against this superpower opportunity that I have provided for you so that you could make a, educated decision as to where you should be employing your cycles. What I want to do is empower you with the ability to avoid the opportunity cost that comes from employing your cycles in the wrong area. To help facilitate that investigation, one of the things that I'm going to consistently do this year in the Patriot Report is I'm going to show you the numbers. I'm going to show you the exact numbers that were available each month in contracts that could have been captured with your superpower. And at the end of the quarter, I'm going to go ahead and do a reconciliation of the monthly numbers against what the actuals were. And I'll show you those requirements which could have been captured by the superpower. The other thing that I'm going to do is I am going to introduce you to my tribe. I'm going to introduce you to the forward-leaning disruptors that have already acquired the know-how to participate in this program. And then the final thing I'm going to share with you today is a meet and greet session, where this band of brothers and sisters, this community of practice, is holding a session where they're going to be bringing agency stakeholders in who are looking for quality small businesses to do contracting with, and we're going to share this group's capability with them. We're also going to be bringing in prime contractors, those large prime contractors that are struggling with their subcontracting goal attainment, and we are going to show them how this tribe of brothers and sisters can help them turn their cost centers into profit centers while achieving their subcontracting goal. You guys ready? Well, let's roll. So as I said, I'm going to take some time to jump into the numbers, and without delay, let's just go ahead and jump into them. Allow me to share my screen and bring them up for you. And as you guys know, we leverage a tool called FedMind. It's a government analytics tool that allows us to slice and dice government contracting budgets and strategies any way we like. And what I'm looking at in this particular example, and I showed you guys last session how we get to these numbers, what I'm looking at is the expiring contracts just for the month of October. And you see this highlighted section there? It shows you we're just looking at the date of October. We're looking at the results for all agencies, and we're employing no exclusions on this number. So let's take a dive into the number, and the numbers come back in many different varieties, many different examples, many different representations, right? So you've got the top 10 agencies, top 10 state, top 10 prime contractors, industries, yada, 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 right? We're not going to waste our time with all of those things. The two reports that we're going to focus on are the small business spending number and the industry category. And in the small business set aside number, what we see is that of this approximately $8 billion worth of contracts that are available in October, 6.1 billion of that number was not set aside. That means that it was awarded to other than small business and is susceptible to your superpower. Let's take a real quick look at the industry opportunity. And what do we see, right? In the top 10 industry opportunity, and of course, this isn't a representation of all of the opportunities, right? Just an aggregation of the top 10. What we see is in engineering services, you got about $1.8 billion worth of contracts that are available right now as you listen to this recording. The question is, Where are you at in that stream of opportunity? Are you on the bank? Are you in the middle of the river? Or are you in another area looking at something that won't work for you? Be that as it may, the other areas are computer system design, 1.3 billion there. Those of you that are in information technology, you need to have your face in this particular place. You need to have your feces amalgamated so you can get a piece of this money. So we can keep going down, right? Software publishing, you got just a little bit over $350 million worth of contract opportunities that are on the street right now. So again, the market opportunity is rich, it's robust, and as we saw, $6.1 billion of this is susceptible. It's available if you employ your superpower against it. We're going to go over these numbers on a monthly basis for one simple reason, right? I want you to understand what the real opportunity cost is for you procrastinating, what the real opportunity cost is for you not taking the invitation that I've given you to do the investigation so that you can prepare yourself to be a wealth generating agent for your family. Okay, enough on the numbers. Now I want to start the process of introducing you to a community of practice, to my tribe, a group of people who are forward leaning on this subject. These are the people who have taken the charge that I've suggested is important in this season, which is to acquire the know-how to go after these opportunities. And they're out there on the street making money. The first individual that I will introduce you to is a guy by the name of Bob Etheridge, right? Bob has done a great job in the staffing arena, but what he is doing right now is he's positioning himself for meteoric growth. Allow me to introduce you to Mr. Bob Etheridge. Bob, take it away. Here's a message from one of the bigger small business contractors who's changing the game.
The legacy approach, if you will, to starting in the government contracting space is to provide services as a subcontractor to a prime contractor, and slowly build up your experience base in that role. And at some point, when you feel comfortable, you could go after various government contracts as a prime role and provide those services. And the goal, of course, in those situations is to build up your experience base, to give the contracting officers a sense that if they award you a contract, that you're capable of performing on it. That's been the traditional approach to doing this business. What we've been discovered with this program is that there's additional opportunities to expand your horizon on how you approach government contracting. With what I bring to the table as a service-disabled veteran-owned small business is an entree into a market that larger companies can't play. So when we look at the various vehicles to go after contracts, such as joint ventures, mentor-protege programs, we're able to bring to the table to a large company the opportunities to go after additional contracts as a joint venture, where they get the benefit of the service disabled status. I get the benefit of their vast resources, and we're able to go after contracts in the multi-million-dollar range and be able to service those effectively. And that's the beauty of taking advantage of these vehicles and leveraging those vehicles to be able to grow the business significantly faster than you normally would on your own. One of the advantages that we've also discovered is that we're able to bring an additional resource to large companies. When you have a large prime contract, they're under constraints that they have to set aside so much business for small businesses or for various set-asides. And they have these other large contracts that they're working under, where they have the opportunity to team with a company such as mine to carve out a piece of that business that they are already spending money on a cost basis, and basically turned into a profit center, if you will, because they're able to leverage that piece that they've carved out for me and use those dollars across the spectrum of all their prime contracts, and be able to show on their subcontracting plan that they have a service disabled company, they have a veteran owned small business company, they have a small business, and they're able to leverage those dollars and basically turn a cost center into a profit center. Now, to help further explain this situation and how we may be able to work together, I have put together a specific capability statement that outlines not only my company capabilities, but also outlines how we can do business together in these various vehicles. And if you go to the URL that's on your screen, it will have a very specific capability statement that addresses how we could work together. In addition to that, you can also go to our website, www.eskridgeassociates.com, and be able to get the capability statement from there as well. I guess I think one of the advantages is just the length of time I've been doing this, and having the bulk of the exceptional CPAR ratings that we've received over the years. And it's not like you're starting out with a company that's just starting. We have experience and have industry knowledge, in particular with the VA, of how the VA likes to do business, and we could leverage that capability as well. And have relationships with a number of contracting officers in the medical sharing services divisions. Hello, my name is Bob Eskridge. I'm the founder and CEO of Eskridge Enterprises, which consists of both Eskridge and Associates and JIT Staffing. We specialize in providing medical personnel for the federal government across a variety of entities, ranging from Veterans Administration to Department of Defense, Indian Health Services, Federal Corrections, basically any federal contract.
Okay, folks, so there you have it, right? We got $8 billion worth of requirements on the street for October. We've got a group of forward-leaning, superpower-owning small businesses that are at the ready. Now all they need is a place to meet and greet. And we've already solved that problem as well, because on November 10th, save the date, folks, we are going to have a virtual seminar that is going to bring together leading buyers from federal agencies who are interested in working with small businesses, preference-owning small businesses that actually have the capability and capacity needed to meet the mission. We're also going to be inviting in a plethora of large prime contractors, wink, you guys know who you are, that are struggling with the hard problem of solving their small business subcontracting goal in this aggressive environment. Our community is going to offer these prime contractors an easy button, a solution that allows them to take those items that they've yesterday been using as a cost center in their business, turn it into a profit center in their business, while also using that spend to make them more compliant on their existing contracts. And let me say that another way, because I need to be clear on this. These tribe members are going to be showing these prime contractors how they can use their internal spend to satisfy the most challenging subcontracting goals that they are faced with. So let me close this thing out by saying very simply that on November 10th, we're going to be disrupting the federal contracting space with a group of forward-leaning small businesses that have the know-how to get it done. If you are a prime contractor, if you are a agency official, program manager, or contracting officer, or you're a small business liaison with another commercial enterprise, save this date. Take this URL down and join us that day, or send us an email with questions about this particular event, and we'll be happy to answer them for you. But I can guarantee you that those prime contractors and those contracting officers who join us on November 10th will walk away blessed. Until next week, Walter Cotton bringing this Patriot report to a close by saying, as I always do, I'm out.
You know the show is going on. Keep the ball rolling. Keep the ball rolling. You know. You know we gon' keep the ball rolling. so we'll take it from here. Gon' carry on, we gon' run it this year. I'm talking marathon. When they endorse, of course it'll triple. Triathlon, so if you up for the ride, then put your saddle on. We on the change from platinum nothing to platinum. Only plaque that I've seen yet is in back of my gums. On the market set, go set it from the get-go. I'm the purist, this is insurance. I only want the green, you can hold the gecko. Cause they all state the same shit. So I'ma coin a phrase to change it. We here now, and we ain't playing fair. Used to be poor, so as kings, we gon' reign here. I'm ahead of my class, while they sit in the back. I learn to master the charts, like I'm sitting the math. I know they felt the wrath when I came here. Perfecting my craft, they losing their grasp, so we gon' take it from here. Keep the ball rolling, cause you know the show is going on. If you see them hating on it, do them dirty and brush them shoulders off. Cause only drinks can fade us, there's nothing to be afraid of. If you can't take it, then we'll take it from here, we'll take it from here. My whole team is butter, that's why we on the road, and we coasting.